Welcome everyone, I'm Malachi with Metaguild, introducing Skyweaver, the future of collectible card games on the blockchain. For the last 2 years, the Skyweaver team has been working tirelessly to improve the artwork, release balance patches, and fix the smallest bugs, all leading up to their soft launch stage, which started on November 25th. The visual style of Skyweaver immediately catches your eye with a unique techno-fantasy comics design and hooks you with its equally innovative gameplay. The game is easy for anyone to learn, but still maintains deep and complex gameplay for card game masters. Different from games like Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering, Skyweaver has a built-in marketplace where players can trade the gold and silver cards they win for real money. So how do we earn these cards in Skyweaver? Conquest mode. In order to play Conquest, you must have at least reached the recruit rank in the ranked game mode. From there, you can move to Conquest or continue climbing up the rank ladder to compete for silver cards. Playing ranked can be a perfect way for you to get comfortable with the game before you enter Conquest. Just like in ranked, Conquest has 2 modes, Discovery and Constructed. Discovery has you choose a hero with either a single prism or a mix of 2 prisms. With a hero chosen, you receive a deck of 25 random cards that are represented by these prisms. In Constructed, instead of playing a random deck, you can make your own. Here, you can apply your deck building skills and deep knowledge of the game to get an advantage. To enter Conquest, you need a ticket, which can be purchased for $1.50 in USDC or traded for 1 silver card. However, we don't recommend converting silver cards into tickets until you have their base copies, as you might need them to play the constructed game mode. Here's how Conquest works. You play to win 3 games in a row, and if you lose 1 match, you're out. Each win makes your prize bigger. 1 win is a silver card, 2 wins is 2 silver cards, and if you win 3 in a row, you get a gold and silver card. Every week, 8 different gold cards are minted and rewarded to the winners of Conquest, and once that week is over, they will never be minted again. Let's break down exactly how much you can earn depending on your win rate. This graph shows how many matches it takes to win a gold card. For simplicity, we assume the win rates for each Conquest stage are the same. With a 60% win rate, it takes 9 games to win a gold card, and with an average game duration of 8 minutes in Discovery, that means you can make $14 per hour at current gold card prices. However, since these cards will never be minted again, you can predict as more players enter the game, the value of these low supply cards will only increase. Here are some advanced tips for conquering Discovery mode. When choosing your prisms, you want to consider the deck archetypes: aggressive, control, and mid-range. Each archetype has its own mana curve and the strategy balance between tempo and value. Aggressive decks rush their opponent down and defeat them before their opponent can execute their game plan. On the contrary, control decks slow the pace of the game down until the late game, your goal being to weather your opponent's attacks rather than to go on the offensive. Mid-range decks aim to spend the first few turns setting up and removing enemy units, only to deploy more powerful units in the mid-game. Your in-game strategy must be a balanced decision between playing for tempo or for value. Value means playing cards in a strategic order to make the most of each card you play, where tempo means playing cards on the board to get an instant advantage. In general, the prism you choose determines if you'll perform more effectively playing a tempo or a value-based strategy. The strength and agility prisms are aggressive decks that work best with a tempo-based strategy. Now the Wisdom Prism is a control deck with a strength and a value-based strategy. Lastly, the Heart and Intellect Prisms are mid-range decks with strengths in both tempo and value. So which hero do we recommend for new players? We recommend Ada because the hero is extremely versatile with the ability to apply early pressure while not having trouble transitioning to later stages of the game. What we've learned so far also applies to Constructed. The key difference is the required depth that comes from building a deck from nothing. We recommend choosing ready-made decks to start, and after getting experience and figuring out the meta, you can make small changes to your deck or switch to a new one completely. There's still a lot to explore, but we suggest building decks from scratch only when you're confident enough in your game to benefit from your deep understanding of the meta. With the polished launch of Skyweaver in full swing, collectible card games will never be the same, as players are now being rewarded for just mastering their card game skills. With these tips on conquering discovery, we hope you can hit the ground running on your win to earn journey. See you in the sky.